Hello everybody, welcome to the Commander Cube. I'm sorry there's been a little bit of a delay. I was trying to release videos every week, but it's just been really difficult to find inspiration to talk with everything that's going on in the world today. I hope that everybody's staying happy, healthy, safe, and fighting for change. I wanted to take this episode and talk about some of the silver bordered cards to kind of just bring a little bit of fun to Commander and to my cube. I'm going to go through all the cards that have silver borders that I included in my cube. We'll start out with X. X is a legendary creature for 1 blue and a black. He says, as long as X is in X's owner's opponent's hand, X's owner may cast X and activate X's abilities. That opponent can't cast X and plays with his or her hand revealed. You can pay a blue and a black and tap it to put X into target opponent's hand. And for 3, a blue and a black, you may play a card in the same hand as X without paying its mana cost. I think that X really adds a lot to the game. I don't really like him as a commander for people to choose, but I do like him for what he brings to the game. There's a certain fun factor. There are several other legendaries who are really exciting that are silver bordered, but he's the only one that I have. The next one I picked is Stalking Tiger. One of the reasons I really love Stalking Tiger in a cube is that it allows the potential for you to see more of the cards that are actually in your cube, which you work really, really hard to put together and curate your list of cards. So you can always get excited about seeing more of them. Plus, it's always cool to collect a holiday edition promo. Stalking Tiger costs 5 colorless, and it says, Stalking Tiger enters the battlefield with a sealed magic booster pack under it. When Stalking Tiger deals combat damage to a player, unwrap the booster pack and put it into your hand. The next card I chose is Clay Pigeon. It's an artifact for 3 colorless, and it has flying, and you can pay 1 colorless and throw Clay Pigeon into the air at least 2 feet above your head while seated. Attempt to catch it with one hand. If you catch Clay Pigeon, prevent all damage to you from any one source and return Clay Pigeon to play tapped. Otherwise, sacrifice it. I'm sure many of you have seen the episode with Brandon Sanderson in the Command Zone game nights where they played with Brandon Sanderson's cube. That episode was phenomenal. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend you go check it out. Clay Pigeon played an awesome role in that game, and I just thought after that I had to include it in my cube. The next card is Sword of Dungeons and Dragons. It's an artifact equipment for 3 colorless. Equipped creature gets +2/+2 and has protection from rogues and clerics. And then whenever equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, you create a 4/4 gold dragon creature token with flying and roll a d20. If you roll a 20, you repeat this process, and it costs 2 to equip. It's really just a fun card. I very heavily support equipment-based decks in my cube, so that's why it made its way in there. I have all the other Sword ofs in there, so you couldn't skip this one. I guess I lied earlier. I do have another legendary, Frankie Peanuts. Frankie Peanuts is a white card. It costs 2 miscellaneous and 2 white. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may ask target player a yes or no question. If you do, that player answers the question truthfully and abides by that answer if able until the end of turn. I just think that this is a card that can really create some fun dynamics, fun conversation in a game. You can ask, do you have a counterspell, or the sky's the limit as far as what you could ask, but I just think it does something unique. Next card I have is another white card. It's AWOL. It costs 2 miscellaneous and a white. It's an instant, and you remove target attacking creature from the game, then remove it from the removed from the game zone, and put it into the absolutely removed from the freaking game forever zone. Removal is king, and in a cube you need to get as many as possible, so I thought I would just add an exciting one that you don't see every day. Speaking of removal, I also added Go to Jail, which just costs 1 white, and it's an enchantment. When Go to Jail enters the battlefield, exile target creature an opponent controls until Go to Jail leaves the battlefield. At the beginning of the upkeep of the exiled card's owner, that player rolls 2 6-sided die. If he or she rolls double, sacrifice Go to Jail. Again, just adding something unique to the game. You don't really roll very many die in a normal game of Commander or Magic for that matter, so just bring something that you don't see every day. The next card is Do It Your Seraph. It costs 4 miscellaneous and 2 white. It's an artifact creature, Cyborg Angel. The art on this is really, really cool. I just love the art. I think it's fantastic. It reminds me a little bit of Leonardo da Vinci and some of his inventions. Do-It-Your-Seraph, it has flying, and whenever a Do-It-Your-Seraph attacks, you may search your library for an artifact card, exile it, then shuffle your library. Do-It-Your-Seraph has a text box of each card exiled with Do-It-Your-Seraph in addition to its own. Speaking of great art, another one is Five Finger Discount. For whatever reason, I have a soft spot for Pomeranians, so this card pulls at the heartstrings. It is a blue sorcery for 4 and 2 blue. Put target non-land permanent into your hand. You may spend mana as though it were mana of any color the next time you cast that card. It's a great way of just kind of stealing whatever card an opponent has, and there's a lot of great cards in a cube, so you can take advantage of that and play something, again, that you don't always get to play every day. Next, we have Graveyard Busybody. It's a creature, Human Spy, for 4 colorless and 2 blue. All graveyards are also your graveyards. In Graveyard Busybody's power and toughness are each equal to the number of cards of flavor text in your graveyards. That part's kind of irrelevant, but there are a lot of graveyard strategies in my cube, so I thought, why not play with everybody else's graveyard as well? Going back to bringing more cards into your game that you have put in your cube, the next 2 cards I'm going to talk about will do just that. First up, we have Booster Tutor. It's an instant, and it costs 1 black. You open a sealed magic booster pack, reveal the cards, and put one of those cards into your hand. And next we have Summon the Pack for 7 and a black. It's a sorcery. Open a sealed magic booster pack, reveal the cards, and put all the creature cards revealed this way onto the battlefield under your control. They're zombies in addition to their other types. That's all that I have for silver bordered cards in my cube. You can definitely go with a lot more, and I have had more at different times, but some of them I have found are just a little bit too crazy and kind of wind up actually not being very fun to play with. And the more that you have, it just kind of becomes normal, and I just wanted to keep the silver bordered cards as being really special when they were to come up. That's all I have for today. I'm going to leave you with a pack 1, pick 1. Looks like in this pack we have a lot of actually really good cards. Phyrexian Metamorph is always a very flexible card. Hunted Dragon you could use for some politics. Loyal Drake is going to give you some card advantage. Grenzo has Goad, which is one of my all-time favorite mechanics. But for this one, looks like I'll probably be choosing Recurring Nightmare. I love playing with banned cards, and a big part of the reason why I have created my cube in the first place is to play with cards that you don't get to play every day. I also tend to like graveyard strategies, so I think for me that would be a great stepping stone. Let me know in the comments below what your pack 1, pick 1 would be. Please go ahead and like and subscribe to my channel. It really helps out a lot. Helps the channel to get off the ground. And again, everybody just be safe. Open up your hearts. Listen. Have those tough conversations. There's a lot going on in the world today. More important now than ever to just listen and have an open mind. Thanks, everyone. Have a good one.